Hi, Tom Stewart here, waiting for Liz Trotter. This is Smart Business Moves. Um, I went ahead and started because if I didn't, this would not allow me to fire it up. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm sure Liz is going to be here in a moment. Um, we're going to do a recap. We're going to do a recap of the last 5 years of Smart Business Moves. We started doing this show 5 years, pretty much 5 years in a day. We started doing it when COVID was for just first becoming an issue. Hey, Denise, how are you? You want to hit Liz up and see how she's doing, and if she's not busy, maybe she could join us. Um, okay. Let's give Liz a call. This will be fun.
Tom, help!
Hey Liz, what you doing?
I can't get in there.
We're
My
live.
StreamYard is saying I have no upcoming streams.
We're live, Liz. We are live. Isn't this awesome? This is like
Just for fun, Tom.
meant
Yeah,
to be.
the last one.
Hold on here.
Oh my gosh.
Why am I not?
I'm just testing you. I'm just testing you.
You are.
This is so fun.
This is funny. Nobody will believe that we planned this.
I know. Yeah, they're all going to think we did this on purpose. Are you sending it to me in a DM, Tom?
I'm sending it to you in Facebook Messenger.
That's good. Tom's looking for you in Smart Business Moves. He just said.
Okay.
All right, here I come. Thanks. Bye.
Okay.
Tom.
This is kind of a microcosm of the last 5 years, isn't it?
Oh my gosh. I didn't know you were going to do Smart Business Moves today.
No, you kind of, I don't know. Well, welcome, Liz. I'm glad that you can make it. I mean, I know that you're typically the one who's on time, and I'm typically the, okay. So let's back up a little bit. What are we doing today, Liz?
So I think we're just going to show what Smart Business Moves has been like over the years. And we are starting out so well.
Yeah. That was, we planned that.
That was, yeah. Did you guys do that? Tom, I do not remember ever seeing that headdress.
No, this was, Denise sent this. I've got quite a few here. Well,
but I don't remember that one ever. Did you ever wear it?
Oh yeah, this was Thanksgiving, probably 2021.
Oh my gosh, I don't even remember him. He's adorable. I'm starting my day out with St. Patrick's
Day. Yeah, that was
because we just had it day
Monday.
Yeah, but
yeah, I had a green hat for St. Patrick's Day. I don't see that here. I think that got repurposed.
We got all the fun ones here. All right, so we have a couple of things that we're going to share. We don't actually have anything great, y'all. We just sort of wanted to talk about what we kind of wanted to chat with each other about, what it's been like and everything. And we thought we'd let you guys come along with us, sort of just take a look back through the years.
Yeah, the next hour is going to pretty much just be about Liz and myself, and if you guys want to hang out with us, that's cool. But I guess we started like 5 years in a day, and I counted. How many of these shows have we done?
Well, I had guessed that it was going to be like right around 400-ish. And
Uh-huh.
I thought, wow, that's a lot. Maybe not that many. Anybody else have a guess? How many shows do you think we did? Put a comment out there. Take a guess. Don't everybody do it at once though,
Yeah.
because you'll overwhelm us.
Come on, Denise. Come up with a number. Hey, Tanisha, throw a
Come on.
number in there.
Aja,
350,
ooh, Denise,
570.
570. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Tanisha, are you here? Are you off still trying to find me somewhere? Hey, Liz. Tom's looking for you.
Okay.
375 from Cece. All right. I know. I was like 400 maybe. All right, Tom. What's the real number?
Counting today,
Oh, you just jumped back again.
Okay,
Your
whatever.
screen did the thing.
Counting today, 491.
491. Oh, you're back again. How did you get it up forward again, Tom?
It's a button. I'll just click
I want
it.
a button. I need that button. I have to like turn my video off and turn it back on again. So, y'all, are you surprised that we're talking about how we handle our technical difficulties on Smart Business Moves? Tanisha, what are you typing? Throughout the years, we have had some. Tom, do you remember me being in the car and it was so hot on a Friday?
Wow, we were like trying to call EMS. We thought you'd passed out.
It was so hot.
It was so hot your phone stopped working.
Yeah, my phone stopped working. Yeah, it's a
We
little on
realized
the hot side.
that's right, Aja. Almost 500. 491.
Tanisha was closest at 450. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty close. It was a lot though. It's really, really a lot of time that we spent. You would think that that's only 450 hours only, right? But it's a lot more time than just the hour that we spend on here too.
Well, if you just take 491 hours, right?
Yeah.
And divide it by 40 like a work week, that comes out to like 12 weeks. So that's almost like 3 months of full-time work.
Oh, well, and that's just the time that we're on the air.
Yeah. And it's obvious that we put in many more hours planning.
Okay, wait. Pull up one of those old PowerPoints, Tom. I need people to see how much. Especially, we worked really hard at this, you guys, back in the day. But to be fair, okay, serious for a second here. When we first started doing this was serious work. It really was. It was, we started COVID had hit, and people were scared. We were scared. Tom, you and I were scared. It was like, what's going to happen? I think at that time we had like 6 different cleaning businesses. Yeah.
Yeah, we had we were all over the frickin' place, weren't we?
Yeah.
And we didn't we started talking about this in January, if you can remember. I'm just going to leave this thing alone. It's not going to behave for me. We started in January talking about this. And you remember, and you and Derek were kind of poo-pooing me about, nah, you just, it's just a flu. It's no big deal.
It's true, y'all. It's true. Tom was like, nope, you're wrong. This is big.
I've seen satellite photos of this place in China I've never heard of called Wuhan. And they're like building like hospitals as quick as they can because people are getting sick. And they're not they were not releasing the death toll, but the people who made coffins were like working 24/7. They couldn't make enough coffins.
It was scary, actually.
And you remember, we did a show, and I feel horrible. I'm forgetting a name, but I do this all the time, more so as time goes on, more frequently. She lives in St. Louis, and she has a company that does disaster recovery. Sharon
Grammar.
Grammer.
Sharon Grammar.
Grammer.
Yeah.
And she did a show like when COVID was just burning, right?
Yeah.
And she said she knew something was up because, like in the fall of 2019, nobody could buy PPE equipment, and she needed that to. I mean, she was cleaning up meth labs and homicide scenes and stuff like that, and everybody in that business, they were just, there was no bunny suits and all the other, PPE stuff that those folks needed. So she knew there was something crazy going on long before anybody else did.
Yeah, I forgot about that, Tom. She did. She was on it too. She was ready. She was prepared. Man, she was doing some big stuff.
They were hiring her. They were hiring her. I say they, the utility company in St. Louis. Her people were going in, I think it was on I don't know, weekly basis, maybe even more frequently, doing the electrostatic spraying. And they were like putting on bunny suits and stuff, like they were cleaning out meth because
Yeah.
nobody had a clue what they were dealing with.
Yeah. If you right now it seems like everything's so obvious and easy to understand, blah blah blah. But back in the day, remember, we didn't know how it spread. We didn't know if it was touch. Remember, people would deliver stuff to your house, and before you touched it or let it in your house, you would disinfect every single thing that got delivered. Remember that?
Yeah. We thought it was touch. We
Yeah.
weren't
You're so
initially, nobody really was thinking about, and the whole social distancing and the 6 foot thing. And as long as we
Yeah.
didn't get too close to each other, and like the posters on how to wash your hands. And
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, there was I still wash my hands. I'm a lot better at washing my hands now than I was prior to COVID. Not that I didn't wash my hands, I did, but more thoughtfully now. How about that?
Well, I actually have a skin disorder, as you know, Tom. Some people might not know, on my hands, and it's exacerbated by water. And so I was advised not to wash my hands. So even when I would, oh, that's a good one. That was a good one. So even when I used the restroom, I was advised not to use my hands. Instead, use like an antiseptic something. But you ever tried to go to a restaurant in a public location like an airport and not wash your hands? Not, not
It's
cool.
tough. It's tough.
Yeah, it's really tough. So, and during COVID, I washed my hands a lot because I was afraid too, same as everybody else, right? Oh, hey, Amy. Thanks. Thank you. Yeah.
So we started, I guess it was a day. Well, we were actually, and I can pull up YouTube and we can kind of reminisce a little bit if we want, but a little bit before this day, 5 years ago, and we were talking about the novel coronavirus,
Oh,
SARS. Yeah, SARS V2, COVID-19.
that was something.
Yeah, and
And people
remember,
were shortening the name. We were all trying to look for a different way to shorten the name. We had all sorts of different things. SARS V for a while is what we called it. Coronavirus was a big one for a while. CV, people would shorten it too. Now here we ended up with COVID-19, right? And actually, I think we just call it COVID now. I don't think we say COVID-19 anymore, do we?
I don't think we do, but if you remember, we started off like doing. Actually, it was a little bit even before this, I think.
June? We had stuff back in.
Like March 11, and I think this was when we first started talking about the coronavirus.
Let's back. Look at this. Even the one you have up on the screen. It's when we were doing 5 days a week.
Yeah.
I loved Tuesdays. Anybody remember Tuesdays? Denny, I know you did. You do. We loved Tuesdays because Tom would do all the reports. You remember? He would do the JOLTS report and the unemployment reports, and he would tell us all the different numbers. And also, I think you updated us on Tuesdays also about PPP money
Oh,
and
we were big on like the infection control part. We actually wrote I say we. Janice actually wrote. We should talk about that a little bit too, because we were doing these live streams like we knew everything there was to know about the infection control part. And relative to everybody else, I guess we did. But my wife Janice was the one who is kind of the data geek, and she was doing all the research and making us look smart.
Mhm. Well, what Tom was going to say is she actually wrote the PHC program, right, Tom?
She did. She
Yeah,
did.
she wrote it nuts to bolts, and there was a lot more that she delivered to us that we didn't even find a way to fit in and deliver, and had to. Man, it was comprehensive, very
And
comprehensive.
long before that, she wrote a very meaningful chunk of the HCT certification program and other stuff as well. But I guess we were bored and we were a little scared and we didn't know. I mean, at the time, we were thinking that we still might be dealing with COVID. We had no idea, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was a little bit scary because there were like people dying, and every day you would see these death toll numbers
Yeah,
and pictures of. I mean, we all knew people who worked in healthcare, right? And we all knew somebody that worked in a ER or a hospital or something, and people lining up, just in the hallways, sick and not enough respirators. Remember, there were people dying because they didn't have enough equipment to.
yeah.
All that was real.
And everybody, I think, at this point in time, probably knows at least one person who died of COVID-19,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. You think about it. Does everybody here? Give a comment for me, y'all. Does anybody here? Does everybody here know at least one person? We had 2 employees. Scary is scary stuff. Can you hear? Can you
What
hear
is
that?
that?
That's my cat. Everybody always says they can't hear her.
Are you staging all of this? I mean, you show up late. You got a cat having a.
Yeah, she's crazy. Oh, are we candy?
You're doing this on purpose, Liz.
Yeah,
You're doing
I
this
want to be doing it on purpose, but I'm not.
I think this maybe is the first time that we actually started out calling it smart business.
We're here in June or when?
Am I streaming the audio? Can you hear it?
No,
I'm
nothing.
not streaming the audio.
No.
I'm gonna
You're
do
right,
that.
Roxanne. She does sound like a newborn baby. Scared the crud out of me the first time I heard her in the other room.
Yeah, I didn't really. Boop, boop, boop.
What were you trying to show, Tom?
Screen. Here we go.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Liz, how are you? We haven't
I'm
changed
good.
a bit, have we? Yeah. Golly day. Another day in the managing the world with the pandemic, I guess. We've reached out. I've heard from a lot of cleaning businesses over the last 24 hours, and I guess a lot of things are going on. I've had several of them share that they've come to the conclusion that they're going to be discontinuing operations for some period of time. Remember that? We were closing our businesses. Some of us were.
Some people were closing their businesses before it became like a mandatory thing for a lot of businesses to close. And then, like, then very shortly after that, it became a thing where, wow, lots of businesses were just being shut down. And that was scary too.
So we were dealing with all of that. And we're also trying to deal with how to like pay the bills and keep the lights on, right? So while we were dealing with the whole pandemic thing, and do we need to shut down? Do we need to get a high electrostatic, sprayer? Where do we get our PPE stuff from? And remember at first we didn't really even need face masks, just like do a cloth or something, and all that was a big head fake because they didn't want to take it from the hospitals and the healthcare providers. And then you needed not a respirator. I mean,
No, but it had a net number. What was it?
N95.
N95. Yeah.
Right. And they were finding those things was like finding winning lottery ticket. They were hard to find.
Were hard to find.
And expensive. So we had to deal with all of that. And the other part of it was the whole financial side of it, because really quickly the Small Business Administration came in with their PPP program.
Yeah.
And that was fun. And we were lucky. We had people like Joe Walsh and Matt Ricketts who, God, we were meeting together on a daily basis and sharing notes and, reading. And, we really had a group of people who knew more about how to work all of the benefits that the SBA was offering.
The EIDL.
Anybody else out? I mean, I
remember
think
the EIDL loans. That was a big one.
Yeah.
Right? We don't ever really hear anybody talking about the EIDL loans anymore. Everybody's still talking about PPP. Libby says that in Florida, she had it easier than, it was crazy too, y'all, right? Some areas, do you remember looking back for those of you that were in really tight areas? Like I was here in Washington, and Seattle was one of the first places that was hit hard with I think it was a retirement home. And I remember when we locked down really hard, and we stayed locked down for quite a while. But we would see things. Oh, that's a good one. Happy birthday one. But we would see things like people in Florida out on the beaches. We're like, how are they out on the beach? No masks. Like, what? And then my daughter lives in Texas, and we saw a whole group of people in a street all playing basketball. We're like, what? They're going to die. I was like, Shara, what are you doing? You can't play basketball in the street with people.
Get back in your bubble.
Yeah, you're going to get germs on that basketball and you're touching it. Oh, it's so awful. It's so scary. Right? And it was just crazy at that time. Yeah. Our governor, for sure. Yeah, that's exactly what Amy's saying, right?
Yeah. So
anybody remembering Trump saying to just take a little bit of bleach?
Not a lot, just a little bit.
Just like a swig. That's funny. He didn't really say that, y'all. But that was, remember the rumor was that he actually said that? What he said got twisted around pretty quickly. So that was very funny. In a not really very funny way. We had no mask mandate at all. Seriously? Libby? At all? Ever? Literally did not exist here in Fort Myers. Wow. Ever? Did you ever have it? Or was it just like for a short period of time? I know that I went to Phoenix and we were still heavily into you had to have a mask everywhere you went. And I went to Phoenix and nobody had masks on. And it was just, it felt very surreal. Like, how
Do you
is
remember
this?
getting on an airplane?
Yeah, I remember getting on an airplane.
And it was for the longest time.
Oh, Amy, they never had to shut down and they grew so much. Yeah, the companies that didn't have to shut down had a win in some ways. So, like in our area, they shut down the schools was one of the very first things that got shut down. And so all of our employees were single moms. And so they all had to leave their jobs and go watch their kids. Yeah, you had I love this one. Didn't in Lubbock either. No masks. So y'all never. So Living says they never had a mask mandate. I didn't know that you never did. I just assumed that you had like
Different
certain.
states had very different approaches to it.
Amy had she had a crush on Florida. I love that.
And then the vaccine came out and things got interesting
Oh,
all over again.
good
You know,
call on that. Forgot about that.
did you have to require your people to take the vaccine or not? Do you have to tell your customers if their technician was vaccinated or not?
Oh my gosh, that was so big.
It
And
was
some people were angry that about they didn't want anyone to take the vaccine. They thought that was bad too.
you remember, like, ISSA shut down 1 year. I guess they did something virtually. I guess that was 2020.
Oh yeah, I remember the virtual. Yeah.
In 2021, they did it. I believe it was in Vegas. I don't I remember for sure, but you needed to have a vaccine card, and if you didn't have a card, you couldn't go. And
Couldn't show up.
there were some people, and even wearing masks, we were doing live events, right? We were trying to figure out, do we do masks or not? And at that point, it's like, I don't care. I just can't we all get along. And there were some people that wouldn't go if they had to wear a mask, and other people wouldn't go if everybody wasn't wearing a
Wasn't
mask.
wearing masks.
It's like,
Yeah. We had also we did foundations in there, remember? And so that was a big thing there too.
hey, Sarah. Are we going to see Sarah next week?
We are Sarah and Trisha and Ben.
What? You didn't tell me that. Everybody.
I know. It was supposed to be a surprise, but I'm blowing the surprise.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That makes me so happy.
Yeah. Yeah, we are kind of reminiscing a little bit. Wasn't that the fake foundations during COVID? No, that was after the fake foundations. The fake foundations was after the real one.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. I want to know next week who gets the VIP package.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Kevin and I spent a couple of days in Cleveland earlier this week doing some training. It was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, that's consumer index or customer index. What's it?
Culture index.
Culture index. Yeah. And
So we're a little bit more informed on some things than we were before. It was a good time.
hey, Tammy, don't make us cry. Don't make me cry.
No. I'm sharing my screen, Liz. You remember when we would publish 1 week at a time what
Yeah.
we were doing?
Yeah.
Like here, this was, I guess, in June of 2020, Sean Day. Relevant current events. This was when we would jump into the JOLTS report, and a lot of this at that time was the latest research on how COVID was spreading, or the latest thing. SBA was changing their rules on a daily basis.
Do you remember Paul Weber, Tom?
Was he the dude that couldn't make his computer work?
Yeah,
Oh, that was tragic.
it was so bad. Like,
That was
y'all, for the whole call. For the whole call. Like, I know, Liz, you couldn't make your computer work today either.
that's true. You shouldn't be talking bad about Paul Weber.
I know. But yeah,
But
couldn't do it.
the whole idea of like doing a live stream was just it didn't work.
Oh, sorry, Roxanne. We'll still see you. We'll see you at the Lions Challenge, and yeah, we'll see you around. See you in the Not Another Cleaning Group. It's changing its name soon too. You guys keep on the lookout for that. No, Aja's not coming. Instead of Aja, we've got the triple threat of Sarah, Trisha, and Ben here. Amy. Oh yeah, Matt came on and did the PPP update.
Yeah.
Oh, Yusuf. Love him. Yeah. Oh, secret guess. That's where we first started using on the spot.
Yep. So what that really was about was it was just too hard to come up with 5 people. So we would always just say, I don't know, we'll figure it out by Friday. And we'd
And
be here
we would
Thursday.
scramble.
Okay, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be?
I'll find someone. You remember Ryan? He was killing SEO back in those days.
Yeah,
Remember that?
I do. From Phoenix.
Yeah.
Courtney?
Sorry.
Ernie. He had a birthday recently. I saw that on Facebook.
Y'all know Ernie? Ernie used to be the head of ARCSI before ARCSI combined with ISSA. He was a cool guy.
He was a lot of fun.
He started the what was the name of that room that we would have? What was that?
Hospitality Suite.
Hospitality Suite, right? He started the Hospitality Suite, had free booze up there and free snacks. He stayed up all night long. Yeah. Oh, there's my daughter on there, Shara Riedel. Shara Turley now, but just Shara Riedel back in the day. Yeah. Oh, Christmas. Oh, I can't find all my things here. Oh, that one. Yeah, you had to fill that with stuff. You had a couple that you had to fill. The stocking, Santa going down the chimney, you had to fill too.
Denise was on a roll. It was like she was sending hats for every occasion.
Yeah, I have them all separated into individual bins, like St. Patrick's Day, Thanksgiving, and
I just had one tub over in the corner. And it's like, okay, time to break this out. But remember Greg Shepard? He was always good.
Yeah.
I saw he recently moved to Canada.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Greg in a long time.
Our friend Maria.
Yeah, I'm in business with Maria now, so I see her almost every day. I was just on a listing sales challenge with her.
And she still lives in Spain, right?
She does. Madrid, I think. I know. Yeah. Oh, deal day.
Deal day. Oh, dear. I pulled the deck up, okay?
Y'all remember Deal Day? I loved Deal Day. It was my idea. That's probably why I loved it.
Liz has all the good ideas.
No, you notice that we aren't doing Deal Day today, right? Not in 2025.
We found the notes for this, and they originally said like 10 vendors, and there was a line drawn through it, and then it said 4
on the deck, y'all.
Okay. So, Liz, explain Deal Day for people who weren't with us 5 years ago.
So Deal Day was just, we would bring on different vendors, in this case 4, not 10, and they would get a chance to pitch. We told you, right? This is Wednesday is going to be Deal Day. Only come here if you are ready to be pitched to, but they're going to give you a special. right? You will get their deepest discount, but you're going to have to listen to a pitch. It was kind of like, what is that? When you go to those places and they put you in a room and you have to listen to them pitch all of the timeshares. It's kind of like a timeshare thing. So you have to listen to the pitch, but you will get a deal. Oh, Carrie Knight. I miss Carrie.
Yeah. So
Haven't
I
seen her.
wonder if you go to www.howtogrowamilliondollarcleaningbusiness.com/CBT if you can
Somebody
find
do it. Thanks, Tanisha. You're right. Timeshare. That's exactly what it was. Somebody
it.
do that. Somebody go there for me. I want to know what happens.
Home Advisor, remember them?
Oh, yeah. Are they still in business?
Barely. They're owned by the same company that owns Angie now, and their stock is like just tanked. And I saw where they're looking to get spun off Angie, the whole thing. Handy is part of them as well. If you remember Handy, one of the
Yeah.
virtual maid services.
Yeah. I remember that, Sarah. I never got my lavender mint bliss, just FYI. I never paid, but I
Oh,
never got it. But every time I go there,
are you complaining? Are you complaining?
no, because every time I go there, I get it for free. Actually, if you
Oh,
look at my background, I wish you could see that my screen was big, but I have a bottle of it right there, that white bottle. That's lavender mint bliss. Love that stuff.
here's
Oh
WorkWave.
my gosh, Workwave too.
And I think they stopped selling software to the house cleaning business not that
Right
long
around there.
ago. Yeah.
Well, we kind of ran into some problems with this too, with Deal Day. So we ended up in a situation where we had some moral dilemmas happening. Like, oh, these people want to come on the show and they want to pitch and they want to do the thing. And we're not sure that they're actually good for the industry. We're not confident
Mm-hmm.
that they're going to be a good fit. And so for those of y'all that know us, we have always been really strongly of the mindset that we want to professionalize the industry.
To our own detriment sometimes.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Many times. And so we've done a lot of things in that vein, but one of the problems with Deal Day was, how do we make sure we're actually professionalizing the industry? Oh, I love the little Santa pants too. Oh, that's right. It's pants, not like he's actually going down a chimney. He's going down your head.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, I love those too. Oh, I wish I had all my hats. I'm jealous right now. I'm going to put my giraffe back on because I hardly ever got a chance to wear my little giraffe ears. So cute. So cute.
So what were we doing here? Okay, Deal Day. This was in July of 2020. We had AdVap, microfiber, sponge outlet, jobber, introductory.
Oh, wow. Jobber. I didn't remember that. Oh, there we go, y'all.
Remember that guy? Seen that picture 1,000 times, right?
What is this? The ladybug kills this virus in 4 seconds. Nothing kills it faster. Do anybody even use ladybugs anymore?
I don't know.
AdVap. Anybody have a ladybug?
If anybody wants one slightly used, I can help you out.
Who might actually want it is
Diana?
Yeah, Diana, right?
They don't use them anymore.
Oh, they use some kind of stuff though. What do they use? Not the ladybug, but they're using something. They still use steam.
Well, Diana, if you need some ladybug, I've got parts in the whole 9 yards, and I can hook you up.
I won one year, and I was like, wow, because they were pricey. Do you remember how much they cost?
Retail was like $2,000.
Yeah, I think so. I was like, what? They're just giving this away? This was amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a good deal.
Microfiber wholesale.
I like them.
Sponge people. Here's Java. They're still at it.
Yeah.
What do you can still get a 50% discount?
Did anybody go and do that? Nobody did it.
This is interesting. I wonder why they put my name on there. I guess I really wasn't.
So they could track it. They wanted to track that. Remember, that's how you used to track
Yeah,
your specials.
this was funny. I wasn't even. We weren't even selling our own stuff at the time.
Nope. And actually, that was kind of one of the things is we didn't, and we still actually to this day, we have very rarely have we made a big point of using Smart Business Moves as a sales vehicle. And
We're
we've
doing
done
a
that
live.
one.
We're doing a live training event next week, and if we wanted to, we could probably still squeeze somebody in there.
Mhm.
We're not even. Hey, you guys want to hang out with Liz and myself and Olu? And gee whiz, we've got.
Because we've got bunk beds, we got all sorts of stuff. We could absolutely fit a person into foundations, but we never really did that with Smart Business Move. Boy, we got beat up about that over the years too, haven't we, Tom?
Yeah.
We have beat
You
up
got
about
and you got Sarah and Trisha and Ben coming. I mean, that's just
yeah.
that's extra reason.
Mhm. Yeah, it is. We have a lot of new stuff with foundation. I mean, we always do new stuff with foundations, right? But this year we've got a lot more AI stuff, and I'm excited to see a lot of what that is. And me has Joust Mom. I'm gonna put that up. What
John's mom.
what Denise means is that she meant and me as the house mom. I think she's the house mom over there. Oh my gosh, she's the best house mom too. I know. I'm sorry, Tammy. I know. We'll miss you too, Tammy. You got things to do, chick. You got things to do. Yeah. Um, Sarah, somebody was asking me just today, how many times were you at Foundations? Who was that? Who was asking that? I know. I can't wait to see you, Amy. I'm so looking forward to it. Oh, starting on Friday. Are you driving, Amy? You must be. If you're starting on Friday, must be. Agreed. She is the best house mom. Y'all, she actually cooks for you. You just won't even believe the stuff that she's gonna do. It's amazing. So excited. And remember, she was at one, Sarah, the two real foundations and one fake foundation. I love that they still call it the fake foundations.
What? Refresh my memory. Why was it fake?
So we were it wasn't actually foundations. We did foundations and then we rented the mansion for a second week and we were going to do profit.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
And
was
so
that
they didn't
was
jump to foundations. They actually came to the profit thing, but then nobody really we did stuff like we did a bunch of other things, leadership type stuff. So it was like fake foundations. That's what they call it. But I think it was at fake foundations when they kidnapped Derek, wasn't it? Is that where you guys kidnapped Derek?
Oh yeah, and there were some people who didn't feel well the next day.
Slightly. They said that they kidnapped Derek because we were starting too early in the day and they weren't going to tolerate it. No scribbles, Denise. That's right. No scribbles. That's right. Nobody knows what that is. Inside joke. Sorry, y'all. Oh, that was you, Tanisha, that was asking about where is that? That was asking who I've attended 3 times. Yeah. There's multiple people. There's a hostage situation. Sarah says. Yeah. Yeah. And they left a note on the mansion door when Tom and I got there in the morning that said, we've kidnapped. I think we got a ransom note in the middle of the night too, like 3 in the morning.
But Eric wasn't speaking that day, so we weren't that concerned.
Sorry, we're moving forward.
Yeah.
They looked a little bleary eyed when they showed up that morning, but they showed up. That was good. What do you got here, Tom?
You remember?
Yeah. I forgot about this.
So we had all this stuff going on here where
I don't think people can really see it because I have a ginormous screen and I can barely see it.
is that a little better?
Oh yeah, so much. Oh yeah. Oh, Jim Lampy too. Oh, I haven't seen Amy Wiggs King in a while.
Remember this?
This year. Tom or Holu? Thank you, Tanisha. It's my girl right here. It's my girl right here. Who are we kidnapping at Foundations? Tom or Olu? Yes. uh, oh my gosh, but Trisha's there. Y'all, for all y'all that don't know about Trisha, she is a practical joker. No, we don't stay for the shenanigans. We have to work. We actually have work to do when y'all stay. We go and we do more stuff. Yeah. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. I forgot.
You were ratting out Trisha, but you need to be careful. There's stories that I don't think you're allowed to share.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into some of that stuff that y'all watch out for Trisha. Don't just trust everything she says. She'll get you. She was very funny. She always gets poor Sarah. Sarah, didn't she? And remember, these ladies are best friends, y'all, right? And Trisha, I can't remember what she did. How did she do it? Threatened to open up a competing cleaning company in Sarah's city.
In Phoenix, yeah.
In Phoenix. And then Sarah went to work one day, and so Trisha's company name is TLC Cleaning. And one day Sarah went to work and there was a big sign up, in their, how they have the complex and they have those big signs. TLC Cleaning.
A billboard.
Oh my gosh, so funny. Oh, Amy says, okay, maybe I'm not going. No, Amy, too late. You're coming.
Yeah, you can't get out now.
Okay. The official drink of F14. Oh my gosh. I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait. It's a really exhausting week for us. We get up. What time do we leave the house usually? Around 7-ish, Tom? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we're working all day. We are so when one person's teaching, everybody else is doing one-on-one coaching with the people that are at the mansion. And then we do a workshop and we all have to work the workshop. And then during breaks, we have a few breaks throughout the day, 10-minute breaks. We have to not only take our break, but then we have to run to the other room where we have to work, right? Upstairs, downstairs, wherever. And so by the end of the day, we always get all our steps in first off. And by the end of the day, what time do we usually leave?
I don't know.
8:30?
Somewhere between 7 to 9. It just depends.
7 to 9. And then we have work to do when we get home because at the end of every day, we ask for feed forward. What can we change for tomorrow?
So going into this is the 14th time we've done it. And every time it's like, is this going to be the last one? And half the time it's like, yeah, those will be the last one. And then by the time we're done, we're signing up for another year.
Because it's so fun.
It is fun.
It really is fun.
It is.
I'm telling you though, Tom, I think this is really the last year. I know I say that every year. Yeah. I really do think that.
Well, I might not argue with you, but in cleaning business today, we were doing this like in 2020, and there was a lot of stuff here that was like COVID related, like a poster on how to wash your hands, or like Word documents that you can send a letter to your congressman to.
The essential service letter.
Yeah.
Give that to people to carry with them.
Yeah, all the ground rules for how to get your PPP loan or your EIDL loan.
That expense tracker. I forgot about that too. Joe created that for us. Oh, look, that's back when Olu used to call himself Paul.
Yeah, remember Paul?
Yeah. No, I didn't
Uh,
until I just saw that.
formerly known as Paul.
Yeah. He goes by Paul every once in a while, but
And
oh,
so,
remember Elena Ledoux? Yeah, she was doing some good stuff too.
yeah, I don't know if you can see this or not.
Not really. What is it?
Okay, I'll blow it up.
You're gonna have to roll it up a lot, yeah. Ah,
Oh, Bruce, Dom, all the way back 2022. Who's just a kid.
oh my gosh. Dom. Oh,
Jeannie,
Molly Whalen. Yeah.
can you see this okay?
Yeah, I can. I don't know if everybody else can. Yeah, tell us if you can see this or not. I don't remember who's Jamie Wilcox.
I was going to ask you. I don't remember.
Does it say like in the notes? I don't remember. Anybody know who Jamie Wilcox is? Coaching something or other.
The best investment you can make in your business is you. Cleanupsystems.co.uk. So we had international people. Remember, God, we'll find him on here. The guy, he's my buddy that does window cleaning, and he lived in China.
Yeah.
He lived in Shanghai, and it's like, yeah, if you had your phone and it was either red or green, and if it was green, you could go out, and if it was red, you couldn't, and if you did go out, you disappear for a couple of weeks. You wouldn't be gone forever, but you'd
No,
show them.
literally, not joking. They would pick you up, find you, pick you up, and take you away. People were showing up missing. That was so crazy. So crazy. And you would be shopping and you'd be out wherever and your phone would turn red, vibrate, turn red. You had to get home. You only had a certain amount of time. How much time did you have? Do you remember, Tom?
I don't. It
It
wasn't
was
much.
very short, limited amount of time. Oh, Robin. I don't remember Doug either.
No. And actually, this doesn't
No?
go back far enough because he was like 2020.
Sharon Timberg. Oh, I miss fighting with Sharon Timberg.
You guys,
Come
I
on.
mean, that was like professional wrestling, though.
I know. It's fun.
It
I
was all
know.
staged.
But people didn't know it was staged, so it was fun.
Debbie's
Debbie.
been on the show a few times.
Oh, yeah. We had her on quite a few times. Libby.
Gary's always a lot of fun.
Oh,
Don,
Don Finn.
Don's awesome.
Yeah, Coach Jeannie. Yeah, she was on more than she was on quite a few times. Yeah. Dan Smith, Chris Schwab. Oh, remember? And Chris was over there too, wasn't he? No.
Chris was in England, and his wife was in Japan. Or his fiance
at that time.
And they were trying. I mean, they couldn't. They were stuck in their own countries. They because of COVID, they couldn't.
Yeah. And they were trying to get married, and
they were sharing, or he was sharing the story. We were all living it with him through Smart Business Moves.
They did finally get married, but remember, it was a paper marriage.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
They had the paperwork, but they were still stuck in two different countries.
Yeah, they couldn't. Oh, $1 million panel there. We had Laura, Jeannie, RJ, Susan from up in Seattle.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fun. I used to love those panels too. Oh, we had Megan on a lot of times. Megan helped out so much for people during the pandemic when people just didn't know how to manage the money, right? What to do. And boy, Megan was just a gold mine of information.
Al.
Jason, oh yeah, Al Levy, yeah.
Who's Doug?
Mark Baker up in Canada.
Love Mark. Mark.
Yeah, Mark's in my book talk on Tuesdays.
Bruce Grants.
Guess what, Tom? Guess what time it is?
Holy cow.
It is almost done. We have 1 minute. This is the penultimate minute to Smart Business Moves, y'all. This is it. Retire our hats, our headdresses.
Okay.
A minute of silence.
Yeah, really. I don't know where to go from here.
Now, Yeah. We always were really good about stopping on time. I think in our 491 episodes, we started on time. 12 times?
Well,
Was that right?
and it certainly wasn't today.
Wasn't today. What? Were you late today? Why were
Well, I
you
was
late?
waiting for you. I didn't want to tell
Oh,
you, but
oh,
if
Tom.
5 minutes goes by, basically you can't start the show. So I
You
started.
had to go live.
It's
I
like,
didn't know that, or I would have intentionally been 6 minutes late.
and then
Well,
I had to, and then I was like, hold on, I'm going to call Liz.
ah,
Well, Liz, it was been fun. I want to thank
yeah,
you. This
it
was
has
a
been.
heck of a
Oh, we'll
ride.
be seeing each other all the time still, Tom. See you in a few
Yeah,
days.
I know. I know. We'll be seeing a lot of each other next
We'll
week.
figure out what's next.
Yeah,
We have always had a next thing,
yeah.
just the way we roll.
This is,
So,
think of this as a reboot. Okay. So we are at the top of the hour. We're going to go
thanks,
ahead and call
everybody.
this a wrap for one last time. Liz, any last thoughts?
Nope. Thanks, everybody. Really, really great experience. I
Okay.
appreciate y'all.
Same.
Bye, y'all.
Take care.